The chirping of birds, the typical sounds in the morning, wake me up once again as I slowly but steadily prop myself upright and stretch my arms out. The room is still dark, giving contrast to my attitude this morning. It's strange to think that the first thing on my mind after waking up is Carrie. Although, given the situation last night, I can't really help it. Sure, my mind is amiss after Saturday. What's with the roller coaster of events which have occurred? Focusing on the positive seems to be the best thing to do at the moment. Carrie and I have gotten a lot closer because of it, despite our discussion involving nothing but her ruminating over her painful history. I've made up my mind. I want to help her, so I look forward to being able to see her today. It is Monday, after all. I rise from my bed, deciding now is the right time to get dressed and ready for school. Downstairs I can hear my father boasting about his business to my mother. It reminds me of my situation, how different me and Carrie really are. Time passes quickly, flowing like a river, guiding me throughout the day. I finish up my business, which involves nothing but a quick shower, brushing my teeth and getting ready for another day at school. Heading downstairs is the next thing on the list. Walking into the dining room, I am presented with the usual sight of my family enjoying breakfast. Even my sister has managed to make it down here before me, which is quite a rare sight. I take my place next to them in order to have breakfast.
Listen, girl, if you're going to have roast, it's got to be whole meal.
I prefer white bread, Fa. It seems like my father is arguing with my sister over what bread they like the best. I myself prefer brown bread, but joining this argument would be the most idiotic thing I could do. Times like this usually go unnoticed. The fact that I can spend time with my family. To think that Carrie only has her father is an upsetting thought. Even more so, since he's probably in work when she finishes school. She must be quite lonely.
Boy, I was asking a question.
I turn to see my father's face inches away from mine. A sight which startles me. What? Thinking about Carrie must have caused me to shut off the outside world. Usually I'm not involved in these sorts of discussions, so it's rare for him to bring me into them.
I said, what is better on toast? Jam or honey, boy?
Oh, shit. That's actually a hard question, man. I like both. I actually also like to put the chocolate cream. Also really good. I know, jam. In honesty, I prefer butter, but butter? Okay, I guess people do that. I actually only butter, okay, but I don't understand how some can put butter and then jam. Some even are also able to capable of putting cheese on it. No, I mean only the cheese, so fine. But I feel like more than one ingredient on toast, no, that just doesn't work that good. But again, giving my opinion would upset the situation further.
See, even your brother agrees.
Don't take the opinion of someone who spaces out. I thought I was bad in the mornings.
The two of them resumed the argument, with me and my mother trying to ignore the presence of the two idiots at the table. Breakfast today is the same as another, for me. I wonder if Carrie is having hers right now. I take a glance at the clock, an action which sets my mind in motion once again. I'll be late for school at this rate. Is the clock still broken? If it was, then I'd definitely be too early.
Not anymore, I fixed it. You have a watch on the way, what does it matter?
Oh, right. Well, I moved then.
Goodbye, son.
Alright, son, hopefully bring back a girl this time.
Despite my father's continuous comments about girls, it is what I'm focused on today. I decided to leave earlier than usual in an attempt to beat Carrie to our meeting spot. I step outside, bidding farewell to my family with nothing more than a brisk wave. I look forward to seeing her, a girl I have become familiar with. The rosiness of her cheeks, the silkiness of her braids, and the cute edge of her embarrassed smile. It's not something I'd thought I would find when moving schools. The street is quiet. It usually is around this time. I left just before the rush hour, and recently I found myself trying to get to school a lot earlier than before. Maybe there's a reason for that. That reason for isn't there when I reach the end of the street. This is the place where I first met Carrie, and the place we agreed on meeting each other from now on. Carrie isn't here. Granted, I did leave earlier just so I could be here before her. If I wait around a bit, I should be greeted to the cute sight of her being shocked to see me. Leaning back against the wall, I wrap my brow as I take the time to think about the situation between us. On Saturday, I was privy to her life behind closed doors. Having to be involved in a dispute between parents, what with the additional sense of loneliness, thinking about it really makes me sad that she has gone through so much. Bullying, a divorce, seclusion, all of this, and then there's me. I take a look at my watch. Its reflection in the sunlight almost blinding me as I squint to make out the numbers. Time has gone by fast, with the dial telling me that it's been about a quarter of an hour since when we were supposed to have met each other. Thoughts fly through my head as I ponder over why she could be so late. But if I wait longer, then I won't be able to make it to school on time. If she were to turn up after I'd left, well, it would hurt me. Leaving Carrie behind is something I don't want to do, but I can't afford to be late either. Carrie's probably ill, that's the most likely scenario. I decide to carry on forward, taking myself further down a series of streets towards school.
Fucking call her! What's wrong with you? Why won't you call her?
A state close to silence soon becomes infused with the sound of students bustling through the school gates to begin their day, just like me. Unlike them, I have someone in particular in my mind right now. These people weren't there for Carrie when she needed it. All they did was ignore her, casting her away. It's sad that people can judge you based upon how they see you, rather than what's inside. Carrie herself, wherever she may be, has had a hard time. I keep telling myself over and over, repeating it as if it's the times tables. I learned back in elementary school. Why didn't you call her? Carrie must be ill. Could there really be another reason for her absence? I don't know, just call her and get the information. Nevertheless, she seems like the type of person that would give me a call to tell me she would not be in. Why won't you call, you idiot? She hasn't done that, another cause for worry. I push forward to the school grounds. It's weird to think that this is only the 7th time I've come to school alone. The rest of the time I was with her.
She didn't fucking call, what an idiot!
Arriving class just short of the bell, I sit down at my desk as usual. The best thing I can do now is go about my day as I normally would, but I don't think I'll be able to dissipate the thoughts of Carrie. Hey Arthur, do you know what lesson we have first thing? A classmate standing before my desk. I'm pretty sure this is the guy from before who was really keen on the sandwiches they sell here. I think it's biology. Alright, thanks man. He leaves my desk just as quick as he came, leaving me with a sense of sickness now that I realize I'll have to put up with the lesson for a while. I'm not particularly fond of my biology teacher either, but I have more important things to focus on right now. All I can do now is try and get through this. Lunchtime arrives, the bell doing more than signaling that. It shows that I've got nobody to eat with. I doubt Carrie has her or will show up today. Rising up from my seat, pain shoot through my back as I straighten it. I've been slumped in my chair all morning, and luckily enough for me, I never got asked any questions by my biology teacher. As I approach the door to the classroom, part of me hopes to find Carrie there waiting for me. The entire set topped off with a cute blush, her silky golden braids lying closely over her shoulders, more importantly her adorable smile. Even though I've only gone just over a day without seeing her, it's still an issue. Despite all this, there is no sign of Carrie as I leave the classroom to make a beeline for the cafeteria. Maybe that 100% well-drive can give me the energy to make it through the rest of the day. Taking my place in line at the cafeteria, one which is surprisingly short, I idle around waiting for my turn to order. Coming here still gives me the thoughts of Carrie. It's where we really got to know each other, not necessarily where everything started. It's because I decided to speak to her on a whim that we managed to get this far. That was only a week ago. Thinking about it makes me happy at what we've achieved over the past 7 days, yet it eventually trails back to the thought of Carrie's issues. Soon enough, the line to the cold food station shortens again and again as we inch forward. One after the other, people grab their food and leave to eat it, something I would be doing with Carrie if she was here. I decided to grab a sandwich, quickly enough to get the last beef one, leaving me to find a place to sit in the cafeteria. The real problem is that I have nobody to eat with, kind of like how Carrie was. I wonder if she would have approached me if our situations were reversed. With her personality, I couldn't really expect much. Even though she is a kind person, she wouldn't have had the audacity to approach someone she had only met that morning. I decided that the best thing to do is just to go back to class. I could probably find someone to talk to there. The corridor is empty as I walk back towards my classroom to eat lunch. Most people now would either be in their class or in the cafeteria, so it's rare to see any students walking about at this time. Making my way past one of the classrooms, I notice the door open behind me as someone calls out.
Hey wait, you're out, right?
I stop in my tracks and turn around to find one of our year's form teachers calling out to me. I think he's in charge of Carrie's class. Yes, I am, sir.
Sorry to stop you. I was wondering if you would know the reason as to why Carrie is absent today? We have received a call from her parents, so I thought you might know where she is. You have been hanging out around with her lately, Regis?
No, I don't, sir, sorry. Has this guy been watching me and Carrie? I guess it's kind of his job as a teacher to track pupil progress. It is quite notable that one of the most introverted students suddenly made a friend, though it still aggravates me that he is looking into our business.
Okay, no worries. We'll give her parents a call later if we don't receive any word from them.
I'm not sure if this guy knows about the relationship between Carrie's parents. He heads back into his classroom, leaving me by myself in the corridor. The thought of giving Carrie a call myself crossed my mind as I make my way back to my classroom. Seriously? Now you have that idea? God damn it, what a retard I am. Because I gave him my name, so technically he's me. Wow. Cool air, the sound of cars, and the presence of the local populace going about their daily lives surrounds me. Walking home from school has always been like this, just time to think whilst I rush to get back so I can go about my own life. It makes me wonder whether things would be different if Carrie had come to school today. We did agree to walk to school together, but neither of us said anything about walking home together. I'm not sure why we haven't. Being able to support her is something I want to do. After what her teacher had told me, I really don't think she's ill. Surely her father would have informed the school. They are never too keen on pupils missing lessons. I've had the experience of being berated for it before. I did not, I think. Putting my hands in my pocket, my fingers naturally rest around my phone as I realized I had it with me. I did decide to giving Carrie a call, though I'd rather wait until I'm at home before doing so. Why? Just call her. Something said me knows. I mean, you should have called it from the very morning, but yeah. Better late than never. Something said me knows the things we discuss won't be the same as the trivial things we both embraced before. Step by step, I trace back my usual path down my street, to and from school, quickly arriving home and make my way indoors. Inside, instead of the usual sounds, my father's posting and my mother's three doors, I find my sister sitting down and playing on her phone. It's something she would usually do. Why she's doing it downstairs and not in her room, I'm unsure.
Oh, you're back!
Yes, I am. Did you get let out early or something?
No, I'm just a faster walker than you.
She always has a way to be cheeky. Where's mom and dad?
Oh, they went out. They said they bring back something for dinner.
Alright. I take off my shoes in the hall when I get the idea to talk about Carrie with my sister. She might be able to give me a girl's perspective at all. At least I hope. Hey sis, is there any reason as to why Carol might not come to school despite not being ill? I mean, I wouldn't know. So I kind of have like a few ideas in my mind. My sister turns her head and smirks me, almost to mock me for knowingly asking something which would make me indebted to her. Yeah, I wish my PC could do something and get me indebted to it by allowing me to hear stuff.
Oh, did the girl you like take the day off?
Very funny. Are you going to give me a serious answer? Oh, I got it. I'm not indebted to your PC. I have managed to solve the problem myself. Anyway, after raising my voice, my sister responds by giving me a solemn expression. I didn't mean to get loud, but right now I have more things on my mind than her jokes. Well, I would go if I didn't feel like it. That is, if I was depressed. Thank you, sorry for shouting. By getting angry, I created a sense of awkwardness between us. Doing so resulted in getting the answer from her annoying, all which isn't unreasonable given her situation. All I can do now is hope she's willing to answer my call. It's okay. Presuming with whatever it is she was doing, Master takes hold of her phone, leaving me to part ways with her to head upstairs. Before me is a room all too common, and as always all too messy. Looking around, I realize this will be the stage upon which I begin my act to be there for Carrie, a girl who has grown on me so much over the course of a mere 7 days. The sounds of cars resonate through my open window, causing me to look outside and stare back at the melancholic expression. Is that really what I look like? The image is beyond me as I continue listening to the melodic rhythm of people within the city going about their lives. Here I am, hesitating to call someone who means so much to me, someone who changed me. Just give me the choice and I will call immediately. I was under the assumption that after meeting Carrie, I was able to bring her out of her shell. She told me otherwise, but I find myself thinking about how much she has done for me, how much we've been there for each other, neither of us even realizing it. The pounding of my heart acts as a timer, urging me on as I clasp the phone in my hands. All I have to do now is press the actually that's a touch screen, so there is no button. But okay, press the button. A panic of nervousness causes me to sweat as my breathing sharpens, unsettling my mind as I continue wanting to get this issue resolved. With an unsteady hand, I take the move to press call. Now it is up to her to answer. The phone rings, slightly longer than I would expect if Carrie really felt like talking. It can only be assumed that she's at home. What? Because she doesn't answer? That doesn't kinda make sense. But whatever. If her phone was anywhere near her, then she would have answered it by now. Okay, I don't know, maybe I'm tired from work, but I don't understand what he just said. There is history, that's the coolest thing that you can add. Slightly longer. Okay, slightly longer than I would expect if she had like talking. It can be assumed that she's at home. Okay, so the phone is ringing, she's not picking up, and you assume that she's home. If her phone was near her, she would have answered it by now. So maybe it's not near her, and that might also mean that she's not at home. But the phone is at home. God, okay, whatever. The ringing stops abruptly, causing me to feel a sense of relief which is soon washed away when someone other than Carrie answers the phone. Hello, who might this be? On the other end of the line is Carrie's father. I know many parents who would answer their child's phone, but at least I can ask him about Carrie. This is Arthur speaking? Oh, that's right, you were over here the other day, weren't you? I'm sorry about what happened. I don't usually get so worked up, but there's other things going on right now. All I can do is apologize for making witness it all. I can understand. How is Carrie doing? She wasn't in school today. I thought you might be calling about that. You're a good lad, you know. I've only met this guy once and he's going to be a good lad. On the other hand, getting on his good side isn't a bad thing in any shape or form. Carrie's in her room at the moment. She hasn't been down in a while. That's concerning. She's locked herself in her room. I think it's because she's upset about the relationship between me and my wife. Well, she won't be my wife for much longer. It's a complicated story. Did Carrie ever mention it to you?
Not in any detail, she just wanted to forget about her mother after Saturday.
I think you deserve to know. It will help explain what Carrie's feeling.
I don't think I'm in a position to be this involved with their family issues. Really, it's odd to think he would be this willing to tell me.
Listening now, though, might make it easier to understand what Carrie is feeling, and if I want to help her, it's something I must know. Probably. Currently we're going through a divorce, but that should be more than apparent. After we moved to Japan, things started to get rocky between us. My wife decided to go on holiday back to Wales, so her real intention was to get back with her ex-husband. Wait a second. Do you want to tell me that Carrie is not actually your daughter? Or something like that? Do I catch the drift correctly here? I shall let him continue talking. I eventually got wind of it after one of my friends spotted them together. She stayed there, but at the same time filed for a divorce. It's a complicated process when you're dealing with two countries. I was told yesterday that she also filed for custody of Carrie. What? Okay, so she is the one that cheated on you. And someone like that is supposed to take care of her? That's... Okay, that's not how it's supposed to work. What? Does that mean she would also return to Wales? Yes. She's been upset since she doesn't want to leave. I think she has too much here that she would lose if she went back. It's not just me who she'd be away from. The reality is too hard to comprehend. A sheepish girl faced with another challenge in her life. Having to leave behind her father and her friend in order to go back to live with a mother she had no fondness for. I knew from the beginning that I wouldn't be able to do anything. Now, is that true? How about you go hero mode? Being there for Carrie still won't change the outcome, if I won't resist doing so. Right now she needs someone there for her, even if it will end up hurting both of us. If you want to speak to Carrie yourself, you're welcome to come over anytime. But I'm not sure how receptive she'll be about it. It feels wrong if I don't at least try to get my voice through to her. Even if she turns me away, I just want her to know that I'm here for her. To know that, despite the pain, the people most important to her will give back everything in return. That we care for her. That I care for her. That I shall destroy her mother. Kind of. Do you think I'll be able to come over today? I don't see why that would be a problem. For like I said, I'm not sure how Carrie will react. Her reaction right now isn't really stable. All that matters to me is how she's feeling, which I know is far from good. I want to reach out to her. Alright, I'll be over shortly. Goodbye. Or maybe like see you later. See you in a few minutes. And such. In a rush, I hang up on Mr. Earwood without giving him the chance to respond. Wasting time isn't an option. I need to get there as soon as possible. Hey now sirs, my footsteps serenade throughout the house, causing my sister to give me a bewildered look. Luckily enough, she doesn't give me an issue and goes back to using her phone. Passing through the hall, the door opens before me, revealing my parents home from their trip out. I don't have time to make conversation, so I slip past them at the doorway, both of them giving me the same bewildered look as my sister did in the process. Where are you off to, son? Going to girl's house. Upon hearing that, my father contors his face in surprise, finally leaving me with a proud smile as I set off to make my way down the street. All I should focus on is being there for Carrie, a thought which drives me as I race my way to her house.
I think he got the wrong idea. Darkness fills the path towards Carrie's house. Spare the street lamps, which guide my course towards it, a long and winding one, in a metaphorical sense that is. This week has provided me with countless ups, but I guess it's time to face the downs and beat them. Knowing that Carrie's hurting makes me feel bad myself, something which I've told myself over and over. My emotional attachment to her is a big fault. Carrie's street is short, so it's easy not to find her house. It saves me time looking for it in the darkness of the ever-looming night. The adrenaline within me rushes me further towards the door of her house. It's not necessary, but I feel that controlling these emotions would be a bad thing, on top of the difficulty to do so. It's Carrie's feelings I want to prioritize right now. Getting here as soon as possible helps me do that. My knuckles face the wood of the door repeatedly as I eagerly wait for an answer. I can see the movement from inside, that of Carrie's father as he soon comes to open the door. Good evening. I won't keep you still for long. Carrie's room is upstairs and to the right. I know that. Keeping fingers with Mr. Elwood gives you directions to Carrie's room, despite me already knowing them. But he doesn't know that! I don't know how well it would sit with him if I told him that I've already been up there, so just thank him anyway. Thank you. Sparing no time, I rush up the stairs as carefully as I can. Wearing socks and trying to race up there would be really regrettable if I were to slip. Though being too cautious also seems like a bad idea as well. The only thing I should be caring about is Carrie. Well, technically you have time. I mean, it's not like 5 seconds would change anything, I guess. But yeah, we need to get to her first. And god damn it, I'm yawning. Recording after shift at work is bad. Anyway, following the same path I took only days ago, Carrie's bedroom door stands before me, the gateway to a lonely, downcast girl. Knocking gently, my heart continues a pound in my chest as I wait for a response. Nothing. Out of instinct, I grasp the doorknob, but despite my best effort, it won't budge. She must have locked it. Alright, go out, take some ladder, climb, go through the window. I can't have expected it, but it doesn't change the fact that she's locked herself away from the outside world, even her own father. Slow movements raise my arm, once again as I realize what I have to do. For all Carrie is concerned, it could just be for her father knocking on the door. Hopefully hearing me as well can show her how concerned we both are. As I tap against the door once more, I make my call out to her. Carrie, it's me.
Huh?
A response. A small yet welcome one.
What are you doing here?
Visiting? Her voice is full of nervousness. Over time that we've spent together, I've noticed that she found it easier to speak to me as each day went on. Now though, she sounds just as she did when I first met her. I came to talk to you. I want you to come to school tomorrow, Carrie, or something like that. I guess I would say something like, I don't want you to shut yourself out from the people that are closest to you. I guess that would be a better start. I abruptly managed to stop myself from adding, I've missed you. Why? Even though it's the absolute truth, spending time without her was different, even though that's all I knew before. I know you're not feeling good, but knowing you're like this, it makes me sad. I told you we were friends, right? I want to support you.
I'm sorry, I know. You're important to me.
You don't have to apologize. I just want to be there for you.
I'm not sure if I'll feel like going. It's complicated.
I kinda know. Only a few pieces of food separates us as we both stand in silence. A wall between us, between our feelings. I'm not sure what I should do. I'll be waiting for tomorrow, Carrie, where we normally meet. Good night, Carrie.
On the whim, I turn myself away from her. It's my thing to do, but actions speak louder than words. Trying to break into her room wouldn't have done either of us any good, but telling her I'll wait no matter what might let her hear my feelings in a different way? I'm not sure if she responded, for she doesn't come out after me. It's an odd thing for me to be so familiar with her house after only knowing her for a week, but that thought doesn't stick with me on the trip down the stairs. So, how did it go? Her father stands in the hallway, showing that he was waiting for me the entire time. I don't know, we'll just have to see. They are plain and simple words, yet they hurt me so much. Having this uncertainty between us all makes me feel more bitter than anything. It's okay, Carrie is usually quite stubborn. Would you be staying for dinner? I know a 37-year-old Welsh guy isn't exactly on everyone's bucket list, but it would be polite for me not to offer. Thank you, but my parents had brought back something for the family just as I was leaving. I'm sure it will be quite raucous when I get back. Alright. I hope you enjoy your evening, Arthur. Thank you for speaking to her. It's okay. It was something I wanted to do anyway. Delete the anyway, I didn't add that. I'll be off then. Goodbye. Yeah, see you soon. Kurt's father sees me off wave as I walk out of the Airwood household. Thinking about it now, his words don't make much sense to me. Describing her as stubborn is definitely a contrast to what I know her as. In fact, I would describe her as pretty compliant. I guess things are different with your partner, maybe it's just how Carrie acts towards me. At least, I hope it is. Let's go back.